Hello and welcome to our October 2020 energy forecast. Doing it a little bit differently this time. Normally we're outside in nature, in the forest or by the ocean, but it's too smoky today. I'm in Northern California and there's a lot of smoke in the air, and so we are inside today and we are making do with what we have, which is one of the themes of October 2020. So we're just going to give it one more moment. I normally don't do these. I normally channel the forecasts as I'm recording the video. I normally don't do them live though. So this is going to be fun today. We're going to be channeled and live, and I'm just going to make sure that we are in fact live. And hello and welcome, and thank you so much for joining in. Again, this is our energy forecast for the month ahead. We're doing it a little bit differently. Like I said, it's a live channeling this time. Again, they're normally channeled when I'm recording them out in nature, but due to life and the smoke and everything that's going on here in Northern California, we're inside today. But we're making use of the light that we do have, which again is going to be another theme for this month. So, and just also if you're in an area where there's a lot going on energetically all around the world, but just sending you lots of love wherever you are for everything that you are maneuvering through right now, that you're managing, that you're dealing with, everything energetically, everything environmental, and just all these really intense energies that are happening right now. So sending you lots of love. And we are going to be doing, we're going to be doing a whole bunch of things this month. So stay tuned for information about some more Facebook Lives and workshops and energy healing as well. So I'm Robin Hessinger of Inspired Guidance and Get Lit Academy. I help you tune into your intuition and your guides and angels. And this is our monthly energy forecast. So last month, September, we talked about chaos, we talked about creativity, we talked about changes, and all of that carries over into October and beyond. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit more about that, expand on how that's transforming and shaping this month. The themes for October for this month are personal power, discernment, and ascension, which you might have heard a bit about recently. And we've kind of been talking about this really since 2012 with some really, really big shifts in the fall and winter of 2012. So if you remember what was going on in your life then, what changes were going on, maybe changes in your job or career or relationship or living situation or changes going on around you, there were a lot of shifts, big shifts for many people in the fall winter of 2012. And now coming into the fall winter in the northern hemisphere, spring summer in the southern hemisphere, coming into this time period, we're also going through huge, ginormous, I can't emphasize that enough, ginormous energetic shifts. So hang on, breathe. Network connection, so hopefully we're still live. Here we go. Okay, so breathe and breath, because it's going to, October's going to be a bit messy. The next couple of months are going to be a bit messy, but we can handle it. We've got this. We can handle it. And through this messiness comes some really, really beautiful things. So know that it's going to be messy, know that the chaotic stuff is still happening, is still going to be continuing, and at the same time, we are moving through such huge energetic shifts. We have so many opportunities in these shifts. We're also going to talk, so we're going to talk about ascension, we're going to talk about fifth dimensional energies. We're going to touch on those discernment, which we talked a bit about in September, and personal power. And so, first of all, the most important thing to know, the most important thing that the angels are saying, that your guardian angels, your angels, these loving beings want you to know: you are safe, you are loved, and you are magnificent. You are safe, you are loved, and you are protected. You are safe, you are loved, and you are absolutely divine. Divine in your physical body, divinity on this earth plane, and there's something that's really, really important for you to hear that in this moment, and to take a breath and to receive that, to allow that in. You are safe, you are loved, you are magnificent. You are safe, you are loved, you are protected. You are safe, you are loved, you are absolutely, exquisitely, fabulously divine in your human form, in your human body, in everything that you've been through and everything that you're going through and everything that you're experiencing. You are absolutely divine. And just as we are using the light that we have today to share this forecast, we're all being encouraged to use the light that we have, to use our own personal light, right? The light the light that we all hold inside of us, and the light that's coming in from our angels and our etheric teams and our angelic helpers. Because yes, there's chaos. Yes, things are messy. Things are going to get messier. And at the same time, this month and in the next couple months, and utilizing the light that is coming in and that's available to us. And despite appearances, despite the messiness and what feels like chaos and kind of the dissension, right, that's going on in the world right now, there's still more light coming in than we have had in thousands of years, right? So even with everything that's going on, there's a ton of light coming in at this time. So, which leads us into, I want me to talk about personal power. You are divine. I am divine. We are divine. We all have freedom and personal freedom, even if it doesn't always feel like it. Even if it doesn't always feel like it with travel restrictions or restrictions in your community or your county or your country. We have personal freedom, we have divine freedom, and we have sovereignty. We have divine sovereignty. And they're saying that when we connect to that, and when we tune into our personal power and connect to our divine sovereignty, then anything is possible. We can shift realities, we can shift what we're experiencing, we can jump timelines, we can transcend timelines, we can shift things. And without getting, without jumping ahead and getting way too woo, or even more woo, just know that despite appearances, despite everything that's going on in the world right now, and how we're personally feeling in different situations and what we're dealing with. Again, whether it's certain restrictions around sheltering in place or not being able to travel or not being able to go out to places that we want to go out to, or even being inside because of the smoke and the environment outside, that we have personal freedom, we have divine sovereignty, we have, they're saying that I'm a sovereign being, you're a sovereign being, we are all sovereign beings. Sometimes the way the world looks and everything that's going on, we forget this, right? So they're like, like stand up. So if you're sitting down, stand up. See if this works with my phone here. But I am a sovereign being, right? I am a sovereign being. I am a sovereign being. Okay? Say that 3 times. Stand if you feel called to stand. Say it louder each time. And any time that you are feeling in fear, in doubt, in constriction, in restriction, limited, again, I'm just hearing like restricted, I am a sovereign being. I am a sovereign being. I am a sovereign being. Use that this month. Use it in November. Use it in December. It's going to be really important in terms of personal power, right? And just know that we all have the freedom to choose our thoughts, to choose to use tools to shift our energy and our vibration and raise our vibration, to connect with our guides and angels, to connect with our inner wise self, to connect with our intuition, and that is all personal power, right? It's not taught in school. It's usually not taught in families. It's not taught when we're growing up. It's not taught in school, right? We're taught to memorize. We're taught to add and subtract and multiply. We're usually not taught to use our intuition or to listen to our own inner voice. Which also brings us into the next theme, which is discernment. And we talked a little bit about this in September. Whatever you are hearing, whatever you are seeing, whatever you're watching, whatever you're being told, whether it is news, whether it's YouTube, whether it's a friend or a family member, someone in your community, a neighbor, whatever you're being told, whatever you're seeing, tune in and ask, is this true for me? Hand on heart, does this resonate with me? Is this true for me? There's so many realities right now. There's so many different realities. There's multiple different timelines playing out. And they're giving me the example of, well, like 3 different examples all at once. One is like, if you were to go to the grocery store and pick out, like, say, a cereal box, right? And it says all healthy, natural, and, you know, it's got all these, you know, the facade, the outside of it is that it's this healthy, natural product. And then when you start reading the list of ingredients and getting into the details of it, you realize, actually, it's not so healthy after all. And if you tune into the vibration of it, or if you muscle test, or you ask, like, is this optimal for me? Does my body want this? Is this good for me? You get a heck no, like, put it back on the shelf, right? We aren't taught that, though. And so we have an opportunity. It's one of the big opportunities right now to really discern what is true for you, what is good for you, what is optimal for you, what is best for you. And it might not be somebody else's narrative. It might not be somebody else's beliefs. It may not be somebody else's ideas or their story or what they're trying to convince you of. Tune into what is true for you. Another example they're giving me, Many years ago, people were told that cigarettes were good for them, that tobacco was good for them, right? We now know differently. So whatever it is, whatever you're seeing, reading, hearing, tune into your inner wise self, use your inner compass, use your intuition, tune into your guides and angels, and ask, is this true for me? Is this optimal for me? Because I'm being shown that we have opportunities right now to tune into the realities that we want to manifest and create. And we've always had that, but even now more than ever, when there's so many different opinions, beliefs, thoughts, ideas, and so much dissension in the world, in the US and in the world, to tune into what is true for you. So that is discernment. So we talked about personal power, we've talked about discernment, and ascension. The energies are rapidly shifting. We're moving into 4D, into fifth dimensional energies, and we're saying we're going there either way. It's just what each of our personal experiences is. And no one's going to be forced or pulled into, and you're still in a physical body, even when you're in fourth and fifth dimensions, right? You have a different experience of the world. Way more love, way more joy, way more compassion, more balance and equilibrium. And so notice how things are shifting and changing for you, especially as you stand in your personal power, claim your sovereignty, claim your divinity, as you are discerning about what you watch, eat, read, listen to, resonate with. And just notice how different things feel in your body, in your awareness, in your emotions, because we are going through such huge shifts and such rapid shifts, and things are speeding up. And those that are, what they're showing me is that if there's resistance, it's just more challenging, right? So also they're saying if there are certain behaviors or habits, situations, circumstances, relationships, things that aren't working for you so much now, it's a beautiful time to make a shift, to shift the energy, to release things, to heal things. It's what we need to do as we transition, as we ascend, as we get into this new energy. And there's going to be more about that this month. I'm hearing we're going to do a workshop and some more live streams about that. So, yeah, and again, this is a little different. We're doing the October forecast channeled live. So if you have any questions, either about this month, about the energies, about the forecast, about anything that you're experiencing in relation to this, the chaos, the changes, anything around this, go ahead and post it in the comments. I'm just going to see if I can see comments. I know actions. Let me just refresh this because I believe we're still live. And thank you so much for joining in. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, if any questions at all, go ahead and post them in the comments. And I'm just going to tune in and see if there's anything else that they're wanting me to share in this moment. Okay, I can't actually see if there are any comments or not. So just tuning in again. Again, they want you to know that we are all so incredibly loved, that this time of messiness and chaos is leading us to new ways of being, which I talked a little bit about in March when all of this was starting or was building up, that all of this that we're going through is leading us to new ways of being. And those new ways of being, even though it may not seem like it right now or feel like it right now, are leading us to more harmony, more love, more unconditional love, which is something that some people on this planet have never experienced in this lifetime or other lifetimes, right? So unconditional love, harmony, unity, even though it doesn't seem like it now, even though things seem so disparate and well, dispirited, the massive changes that we're going through now are leading us to new ways of being, more conscious ways of being, more loving ways of being, more unified ways of being. And I see the comment, oh, wouldn't that be nice? It is glorious and it is beautiful. And what can we each do now? What can I do? What can you do? What can each of us do? Is hold that in our vibration. Hold that in our vision, right? Because there's so many different realities that everyone is experiencing right now. There's different timelines going on. The more we tune into that higher vibration timeline, the higher vibration energy, those higher vibration realities, the better it feels in the moment. And it helps lift us up individually and lift us up collectively. And if you're watching this now during the live stream or watching it anytime in the coming months in the replay, this message is for you. That is what you're here for. That's what I'm here for. That's what you're here for. That's what we're all here for. To be raising up the collective. And we do it by individually raising our vibrations and holding those visions of more love, more peace, more unity, more awareness, more earthly connection and divine connection. And that's how we enter that timeline. So with that, just lots of love. Thank you so much for joining in. We have a whole bunch of stuff going on in October in addition to everything that's going on in the world. So we have some workshops coming up on Ascension, on the fifth dimension, on managing current energies, also on taking a leap with your angels. So if there's something that you have wanted to shift, change, heal, create, or manifest, please send me a message, because we're getting a small group together in October to take a leap with our angels. And I'm hearing there's 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 other things that are going to be going on this month, as well as I'm hearing daily ascension updates with the angels. So stay tuned for that. I guess I'll be posting something on that later this evening. So thank you again for joining me. I'm Robin Hessinger of Inspired Guidance and Get Lit Academy, and wishing you a beautiful rest of your day or evening wherever you are in the world. October is going to be messy, and at the same time, we have an opportunity to make it magnificent. So thank you so much, and lots of love, and ciao for now.